Hey, everybody.
Lauren here.
And Ben.
And we're back.
Yes. Weekly recap.
Weekly recap and our Goosebumps.
Yes.
First of all, though, if you didn't see our short, thank you. We hit 200 subscribers, and I'm very excited.
It's very cool. Very cool stuff.
Yes. So keep watching because we're having a ton of fun. You guys make our week. I love looking at the comments.
Yes. So what did you read this week? Tell us in the comments here.
Yes. What did you read?
What was the best book you read this week?
Give us some recs. Yeah. What did you read?
But you had a good week. You were telling me yesterday.
I had a banger of a week.
Book
this may be the best week of the year. I started with a find that you found for me from a legend, Joyce Carol Oates. I have never read her before. Look at this legend. I heard she's either 85 or 95 or something insane.
She was at StokerCon this year.
She's
still
been
going.
doing this, but anyway, this is called the Butcher. Just Butcher.
Generational talent.
And she took it's a fictionalized account of the father of gynopsychiatry. So basically, the father of gynopsychiatry was doing human experiments on women. And
essentially torturing them.
Essentially torturing them, yes. And getting away with it because they were indentured servants and blah, 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 blah. He, preyed on the weak.
And got away with it.
And got away with it and is now very well known. But yeah, she took his actual records and things and made a fictional version of it, but amazing. 5 stars. And I will definitely read more Joyce Carol Oates. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
A Simple Plan. Finally, I read this. The Ruins by Scott Smith. 5 stars. This I gave 4 stars.
How many times did I tell you to read that book?
I know.
How many times?
Yeah. This was a thriller, and when we say fast-paced, thrilling, this was nonstop action, and it was such a simple.
The premise is so clean.
Simple. They find money.
Yeah.
And they decide to keep the money rather
than
turning
something
it in.
So
and there's a dead pilot.
Natural about the progression of events from oh yeah, we found this money, we're going to keep it.
Yeah.
Here's how we're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
And none of it goes right.
I loved it. This guy needs
Scott
both
Smith.
of the, he wrote The Ruins and he wrote this. Two novels, that's it. Both made into movies, but we've never heard from him again.
Yep.
Very sad. He needs to come out with more.
The world needs more Scott Smith.
Yes. Now, actually, this is a hot take. I then went to Grady Hendrix' Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, the UK cover. Look at this edition.
Yeah, that edition's the best.
Why does UK always have better covers?
It's such a great cover.
At least we have Blackwell's. If you haven't discovered Blackwell's, it's UK.
You've managed to get several
shipping.
From them for free shipping.
And
basically the same price.
Yeah, or cheaper than you can get them at Barnes & Noble. But this is gorgeous. But I think this was a me problem. The witchcraft, I told you a few weeks ago, that book I read that was about teen pregnancies. They back in the day, they would get sent away and hidden to have their babies. That's what happened here. I think my issue is, I think that's horrific enough, and what they went through in these homes.
That society turns you into pariah because you got pregnant.
Yeah. I think that's horrific enough that I didn't need the witchcraft.
So you wanted less witchcraft and more wayward girls.
Yeah. And honestly, I've heard critiques of that, the witchcraft, because there's a lot of character development at the beginning. It's kind of slow before the big witchcraft scenes. I've heard people complain the witchcraft was too far in, and not for me. It kind of took me out of it. Now, I love Grady Hendrix, but this just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, Supernatural's generally not your thing in a lot of cases.
Well, ghosts.
Other than ghosts.
Yeah. But don't. I always feel bad knocking a book because
I love everything I've read from Grady. I have not read that one.
This
I've read
also
5 of his, and I loved them all.
If you have queasy stomach, this has very detailed birthing scenes. So I don't know if you're gonna.
I may skim that part because that will get me. And
my last read of the week, which is if it's not my top read of the year, it is up there, and it is out of my comfort zone. Remarkably Bright Creatures. This was a debut novel about a friendship between a lonely elderly woman and an octopus, and how they both save each other.
I was working from home when you finished this yesterday, or was it Thursday maybe? And I came walking out of my office and she was in tears.
Yes.
Actual tears.
Yes. It's so, and I laughed, I cried. And when people say that, I'm like, oh my gosh, get over here.
It's cliche.
This book made me laugh and made me cry. Amazing. I can't even. I can't speak. I can't
what's
speak.
the octopus's name?
Marcellus.
You told me that Marcellus is your favorite character of all time.
He is. I think he is.
You cried over a fictional octopus.
A fictional
and you're not ashamed of it.
I honestly feel bad because I don't think I can speak eloquently enough to describe this book. I don't think I'm doing it.
She had me read one chapter, so the Marcellus has his own chapters from his point of view, and it was fantastic. It was like 2 pages.
Yeah.
But the octopus, I could see why he really made that book what it was.
He did. And then my Goosebumps, but we'll do that at the end. So
I started out the week finishing this one, which I had begun last week. Look at that
cute cover. I
love
this.
This is an anthology put together by Alfred Hitchcock. It's called Ghostly Gallery. And it was hit or miss, as most anthologies are for me, and I think for a lot of people. But I honestly, I think I gave this a 2-star, maybe a 2.5, mainly because the cover was misleading. Only like 3 or 4 of the stories. Would you not read that, pick that up, and think these are a bunch of ghost stories?
Yes, absolutely.
Ghostly Gallery, the big specter on there.
Yeah.
Half of them were not about ghosts at all. Some of them were,
I would have been mad.
In my opinion, there was one author who had 3 stories in here, and all of them were kind of silly. And I'm not really looking for silly. So, as great as it looked, it really wasn't that fun of a read.
I could see silly from that cover, though. That's kind of a campy retro cover.
It's a bit campy and retro, silly. But I mean full-blown silly, like the dude got into an argument with one of the ghosts. Like not so much. That's not really the way I got to talk about this one, though. Nick Cutter, The Deep. This was a reread. I read it originally about 10 years ago. And at the time, I loved it, and I thought it was terrifying, and I thought it was one of the best books I've ever read. I have a hesitance declaring a book to be like a top read or like a classic or however when you categorize it that quickly. But now that I've read it a second time, 10 years apart, this is one of my top 5 books of all time. This is probably the single scariest book that I've ever read. I would recommend this book to anybody. I know that some people
not if you're too scared.
If you have animal triggers. He is not kind to animals. He's kind of known for that. The other thing about Nick Cutter's writing is a lot of people complain or are turned off by his descriptions. They tend to be lengthy. They're very in depth.
Like Stephen King.
I love them. I could take more.
Well, you love Stephen King too.
But the way that he describes things is just so unique. He'll use words that I wouldn't think to use, and it hits right at he just puts you right in the story. The way he describes things. And there's so much to be scared of in this book from start to finish. Like if you have any claustrophobia, the isolation, not knowing people's real motives, people who kind of seem like soulless a-holes that do terrible things, ancient evil, like it's got it all. So I feel okay declaring this as one of my top 5 books of all time at this point.
Okay.
And then I did the very quick audiobook for The Ballad of Black Tom, which we picked up on the bookstore crawl. This was really, really cool because it's a retelling of an H.P. Lovecraft story that puts kind of a new spin on his whole, if you know anything about Lovecraft, he was horribly, horribly racist. So this is taking a minor character from one of his stories and retelling it from the point of view of a black man from Harlem. And it was a really great way to sort of like hit back at all that, I guess.
Yeah.
So then I was reading this as Wells was taking his bath at the end of the night. Look at how cool that cover is.
I know.
R.L. Stein, Halloween Night.
Amazing.
This was okay. It's pretty typical for one of his little point horror. Kids, trying to get revenge on each other and stuff and playing pranks, and it gets out of hand.
Yep.
I also have been working on this for a while because I always am trying to read something to better my own writing craft in bits and pieces. But I finished Chuck Palahniuk's Consider This, which is memoir/writing advice. Some really great tips that I took away from here, particularly on how to texture your writing, how to add different types of communication in there, how to switch from big voice to little voice. Some really cool stories.
Big voice to little voice.
Yeah, I could go all day. Don't get me started.
I don't know.
But I love this one. It was great. And a lot of stuff that I'm going to try to use when I get back to writing.
Okay. And then we each did our Goosebumps. I read a classic. One of the, I mean, everybody knows Night of the Living Dummy.
Yes.
I am going to go and say one of the most overrated ones.
Not my fave.
Slappy is like not even in it. There's another dummy that's
Slappy's
the main guy
in
this. I mean, he's in it, but he's a minor character.
He's not. Character.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Overrated.
I read Ghost Beach, which is number 22, and I did not remember this one at all.
I don't
barely
know
remember the cover.
I like the cover.
This is my copy because it has my initials, but it feels like I just pulled it off the shelf brand new. So obviously I didn't read it over and over, but I did like it a lot. It was really good. Great, one of his classic kind of twist endings where he flips it on its head at the end. You can see it coming. It's not a surprise, but it's well done.
I mean, it's middle grade.
Yeah, and it was a very fun read. So I'd say this is definitely core Goosebumps kind of vibes.
Well, that's good. At least one of us.
What you want to get out of a Goosebumps, I got out of this one.
At least one of us got a good Goosebumps. I will The Girl Who Cried Monster is next, I believe, or something.
Yes, that's what you read next.
Called? The Girl Who, is that what it
says
called?
On the back.
Oh. Yes, The Girl Who Cried Monster I will be reading this week. And
I will be reading Return of the Mummy. I don't remember that one at all, but it's another.
Is that the one that I read?
I'm assuming it's a sequel
to
the other Mummy.
I don't have
high
hopes for you.
Wow.
All right, guys. Let us know. Give us some of your top reads.
What did you read this week?
I want to know your favorite fictional character of all time.
I like
Actually,
that.
tell me yours.
My favorite fictional character of all time? I need to think about it. That's not fair.
We will get back to you on that, but tell us in the comments.
Yes.
What is your favorite fictional character of all time? And
like and subscribe, because apparently we should say that to people because we were trying to hit 250.
Yes. Bye, Booze.
Bye.